Hello, welcome back to Shrinking Man UK. That's me, Leo. I'm 4 weeks post-op now, so I should have probably done a video a week or so ago, but this is the first chance I've had to get round to doing a proper one. So there's been a bit that's happened since then. The main part of what's happened is the diet change. So I moved from a liquid diet to pureed diet, and I finished that yesterday. So there was 2 weeks of pureed diet, with the added complication really that we were going away for a weekend at the beginning of that. So I needed something that I could take with me that would be easy to eat and store as well, because we didn't have a fridge in the hotel where we were staying. So I plumped for baby food. I got a selection of pureed baby foods, all natural ingredients, no nasty additives, nicely counted, and of course very smoothly pureed, and that worked really well. So that's what I ate, along with I had some mashed up scrambled eggs with baked beans mashed up, Weetabix breakfast cereal also mashed down into lots of skimmed milk. Another good easy thing was fish cakes, because again they can be mashed up, and I got some pasta sauce and tomato sauce to mix that with. All of these obviously in very small portions, and also some pre-made shop-bought fish pies and shepherd's pies, cottage pies. They were also very easy. So it wasn't so difficult at all, coupled with the fact that my appetite isn't there. So small portions of those things made that 2 weeks pretty easy, quite varied, and it did the job. And so as of yesterday, now on to solid foods. So I've had things like smashed avocado on toast, crackers and cheese. I made a great big chicken and vegetable casserole yesterday, which is going to last a few days. And what's really nice is that Rachel, my wife, and I can now eat together again, and we haven't done for a very long time because we've been eating different things at different times. So I think it's time to move on to some statistics, because I didn't do those in the last video, just the first one. So I'm going to start the stats with my starting weight, which is at the beginning of this year. So it's from the date that I first met the surgeon without any dieting. So my start weight was 15 stone and 5 pounds, which is 215 pounds or 96.8 kilos. And that gave me a BMI, I'm 5'4", of 38.1. By the time we got to surgery, which was a month ago, I was 14 stone and 4 pounds, which is 200 pounds, or 92.7 kilos, with a BMI of 35.4. Today, I am at 12 stone and 13 pounds, which is 181 pounds, or 81.4 kilos. And my BMI is 31.1. So my total loss from my starting weight to today is 2 stone and 6 pounds. That's 34 pounds or 15.3 kilos, and my BMI has gone down 7 points. In terms of measurements, I've lost 1.5 inches around my neck, I've lost 5 inches on my chest, I've lost 7 inches on my stomach, and I've lost 6 inches around my waist. So all my clothes that I was previously wearing, that I owned, have all gone, sacks of them, to the charity shop. And I'm now wearing a combination of old clothes that I'd kind of archived years ago, and cheaper clothes that I've gone out and bought because I know they're only going to fit me for a few weeks. So these trousers and this t-shirt, very, very cheap, bought round the corner at a discount store. And that's what I'll be doing every few weeks, is going off buying some cheapo clothes until my weight starts to settle down in a few months' time, I would imagine. So milestones, this is where it gets important and interesting and exciting for me. I am 1 pound away from being the lightest that I've been in 25 years, since I started putting on weight in my kind of early mid-20s. I'm 50 years old and I'm going to be 51 next month. I'm 7 pounds away from not being obese anymore, just being overweight, according to the BMI chart. So that's going to be a big deal. But the very, very big deal, the really big deal that has happened, and it happened a few days ago, is that my diabetes has been reversed. I am no longer on any diabetes medication. In my last video, you saw that I had already ditched, the day after surgery, 3 of the 4 medications that I was taking, and I was just left with a slow-acting insulin, which I would inject once a day, and that had been reduced by 80%. Now that has stopped. I rang my diabetes nurse at the end of last week and said, look, my bloods are consistently a little low even, and this is a very small amount of insulin. Is it time to stop? She agreed it was, and since then my bloods have been absolutely bang on in the normal range, usually just below 6. But the first reading that I took, 48 hours after I stopped the insulin, was an exact 6.0, which is a perfect blood sugar reading. So I'm so happy that this is the reason I did the surgery. Weight loss is, for me, a side effect. The main thing was my health and the conditions that my weight was contributing to, diabetes being the main one. So the next thing, health-wise, is hopefully in the next week or so, I'm going to talk to the sleep clinic that I'm a patient of and ask about their advice about stopping using my CPAP machine for my sleep apnea. I don't know how that's going to be done. I don't know if they're going to do a sleep study or if they're going to just read the data, which is transmitted to them automatically by my CPAP machine, and make a decision based on that. I don't want to just stop using it somehow. I want somebody official to say, you don't have sleep apnea anymore. That's important to me. I don't exactly know why. Well, that I think is all my news.
Wait, not quite. I just realised that there are 3 things that I didn't mention when I filmed that. We'll go back to the ending of it in just a minute. First of all, you'll have already noticed I shaved my beard off. Partly that was comfort. We had quite a big heat wave a couple of weeks ago in London, and it was like 90 degrees, and it was just getting a bit uncomfy to wear the thing. But also I knew that there was a little bit of a jawline starting to come through, and I really wanted to have a look at that as it emerged. First thing. Second thing, on top of that, fantastic news about my diabetes and how good I feel that I don't have to take any diabetes meds. That was the trigger for me to get rid of all the meds that are now redundant. And you can see from this shot that there's a huge bag of meds that I don't need anymore, and it was a great relief to get rid of those. And Rachel was going out to the shops yesterday and she took them all and returned them to the pharmacy, so that's great. And the other thing, and it's to add to the stats that I gave just before, is about my excess body weight. From my start date in February to today, I've lost 52% of my excess body weight, so over half. That's what I forgot to say while I was talking to you earlier. And now back to the original ending.
I'll be back in a week, and I will do this more regularly, and I'll keep the stats up as well, and I'll do some body shots as well, which I am doing them already, but maybe I'll find the courage to share them with you. Any questions you've got, please use the comment section below. Same if you've got any ideas for things you want me to cover in these vlogs. And please do hit the thumbs up to let me know you're there and that you liked it, and subscribe to the channel, and you'll hear about my new videos every time I put them up if you click, when you subscribe, the little bell icon, and then you'll get notified when I put new videos up. Thanks for stopping by. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. This is Shrinking Man UK in London, England, Leo, saying cheerio. See you soon. Bye bye.